Hello everyone. We have already completed half of the chapter of adverbs. Now we have some special adverbs that you need to learn. You must have heard about much and very. See here, much is actually used. Now understand, in many of the sentences we like using much, we like using very, but there are certain basic rules that we forget. Now see here, much is often used in the comparative degree. I hope you remember in adjectives we had 3 degrees, right? We actually have 3 degrees. First is your positive, second is your comparative, and the third one is your superlative degree. Now see here, much is used in the comparative degree. That means when we are comparing two things or two persons. Whereas very is used in the positive degree. Positive is the first degree, right? So very is used in the first degree or the positive degree. Now when you're reading the sentence, in case if you have a choice either to fill much or very, then you should understand one thing, whether the sentence is in the comparative degree or in the positive degree, whether the adjective is in the comparative or in the positive degree. And the second point that you have to keep in mind is much is used before a past participle. Understand, that means when we have a past participle in the sentence, then of course we will use much. Now, very is used with present participle. So you have to find out, you have to understand that if the sentence is in present tense, then of course we will or we can use very. Now see the third point here. Much modifies verb and adverb too. So much, it actually modifies two things at the same time. It can modify a verb. As we know, adverbs actually modify a verb. And it can actually modify the adverb to itself. To means access of something, right? So to is access of something where there's no limit. Whereas very modifies much. So very, it actually modifies much itself. I hope it is clear, right? These are some of your special adverbs that you need to learn. Now see, after this we have an exercise on the same page, page 97, C part. Fill in the blanks with much, enough, very or to. So they have given you options. You have to select which one you need to fill in and then you have to fill it in. Now enough, I'm sure we've done it in the previous class. Enough is always placed with the word it modifies. So you just cannot place enough anywhere you want, but it should be placed where with the word that it modifies. It is always placed after the word. For example, he is rich enough, he is poor enough, he is dumb enough, right? So we have to place the word enough after the word that it is actually modifying, right? So let's see this part. The police had dash evidence against Mr. Kyan to arrest him. So the police had is somewhat in the past. How much I'm sorry, I've already given the answer. Yes, much evidence. So the police had much evidence against. See the second one. His exit from the room was dash fast. How fast was it? It was too fast. I am indeed very grateful to you. I have given you another answer. So this is how you'll be doing this exercise. I have already given you 2-3 answers. The rest you'll have to do it on your own, right? Now after this exercise, let's continue with the next adverbs that we have. On page 98, see, it says fairly and rather. Now fairly and rather, they both actually means the same, that is moderately. However, fairly is actually used with favorable adjectives or adverbs. Favorable means the meaning could be positive. Unfavorable means the meaning could be negative. For example, see, they've given some sentences here in your book itself. He did fairly well in his examination. So we are talking about something positive. The room is rather small. Rather means somewhat really in an unfavorable situation or condition. See the next sentence. She is fairly rich to buy a big house. She is rather poor to pay her fee. Right? So I'm sure you understand the difference here. You must have understood. Right? Fairly means favorable and rather means unfavorable. Like this is how you'll be using it. After that, we have three more adverbs that we need to look at. Before. Now, before means the former occasion. That any occasion, any situation, that must have happened a little back, ago, dating backwards. Ago, when we talk about, it means from the present time, we are dating backwards to the older time. Since is the point of time in the past tense again. For example, see, they have again given some sentences in the book. For before, he met her once before, means at a former occasion. I had never been to Dalhousie before, means any other formal occasion. Ago means the present time dating backward. Let's see the sentence. They migrated to the States 2 years ago. So they shifted to States, United States, that to 2 years ago. Her father died 3 years ago, right? Since it talks about a point of time in the past. I have not met her since last Christmas. He has been absent from school since Monday. So you have to understand the difference between the three, right? Something that you haven't done before. Ago, we are talking about backward time. And since, again, the point of time, the starting point, since Christmas, since last Wednesday, it depends, right? So this is how you'll be doing it. After that, we have one exercise, D. Insert the correct adverb in the following sentences. He did dash well in elocution. So you have to select the right one. He did fairly well. Right? We're talking about something that is favorable. So fairly well. It is dash early for dinner. It is rather early for dinner. Like you're not suitable, you're not comfortable. It is not favorable. Unfavorable, rather. The aeroplane flies dash fast. So the aeroplane actually flies very fast. I dash go to cinema now. I rarely or scarcely, I rarely. Right? Not scarcely, rarely. He always comes late, not lately, late. So this is how you'll complete the rest of the sentences. Right? You have to do this in the book itself. See the exercise number E after that. Place the adverbs in the suitable position in the sentence without emphasizing it. Means they've given the adverb, you have to place it in the sentence. You have to know where you have to place it. For example, never. The boy had heard of Marconi. So the boy had never heard of Marconi. The architect has completed the design of the building. The architect has almost completed the design of the building. He refers to a dictionary. He often refers to a dictionary. So this is how you'll complete the rest of the sentences. Right? You just have to fill the adverb at the right place. Make sure you do not change the meaning of the sentence. So after completing this exercise, your chapter adverbs will be finished. In our next video, we'll continue with the next topic. I want you all to read this chapter nicely and complete your work. Finish all the exercises as I've told you. And if you have any doubts, please do let me know. Right? Thank you.